Hi and welcome to another class of Namaste Kids Yoga. This is our 9th class together. Can you believe it? 9 online classes. Let's say hello properly by popping our hands together, pressing all the fingers into each other and your thumb near your heart. We're going to bow down to say Namaste. And why do we say Namaste? Because it means I bow to the good in you. So it means that a sign of respect. In India, it's a greeting, a Hindi greeting of hello. So it's just a very nice way to start our classes. Namaste. Let's start off with focusing on our breathing, remembering that we breathe in through the nose, down, filling the tummy, the diaphragm, and the chest, full of air. So we try and make ourselves expand. So let's take a big breath in and out. Think you're a glass of water, filling it up from the bottom, I should say. And then when you drink it, you empty out from the top, don't you? So we're filling the tummy, then the chest. Emptying the chest, then the tummy. We're going to do 2 lovely big breaths and then we'll do a breath technique. So let's breathe in and out. One more, breathing in and out. So let's have a go at the chillax breath. We're going to breathe in for 2, hold for 4, and breathe out for 5, 6, 7. See how long you can make your breath. So you're going to breathe in nice and big for 2, so you get as much in as possible. Hold it for 4, and then breathe out slow and steady, making it long. But don't try to force anything as well. You want to make it extend the breath without making it like, okay. So let's breathe in for 2. Ready? In, hold, and out. In, hold, out. In, hold, and out. One more, in, hold, out. It's a really good breath to get yourself chillaxed, calm, ready, and focused. Let's do our mini meditation. Remembering that meditation is all about trying to focus just on one thing. Well, here we focus on 2 things. We focus on our fingers and our words, allowing the rest of your mind to calm down, to get rid of any thoughts or worries that have been troubling you, letting them float by like clouds, and just keep focusing on your fingers and your words. So we're going to do it 3 times, saying our words in our normal voice, 3 times in a whisper, and then we're going to go silent. When we go silent, you may close your eyes if you like, and basically just keep going, and I will let you know that we've finished with our meditation by the bell. When you hear that, slowly open your eyes, okay? So, remember the yoga words are peace begins with me, and remember to tap the finger, each finger to the thumb. You can place your hands up if you like, or pop them on your knees. If you pop them on your knees, you don't have to think about holding them up, so it's another thing you don't have to think about. Okay, your shoulders are down, you're sitting up tall, you have a beautiful smile. And let's get ready. Peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. Take it to a whisper. Peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. Silent and close your eyes. Keep going till you hear the bell. Slowly open your eyes. Great. Let's do a quick warm-up before we start our yoga today. Sitting up nice and tall, I'd like you to first of all cross your other leg in front because you've been sitting with one leg in front for quite a long time. So try this way. It feels a bit weird. It's not natural. Okay, let's take a nice twist by placing your opposite hand on your knee and the fingers behind you on the floor, just touching to pull the shoulder round. Remember, we're not leaning, we're straight. Take a look over your shoulder. Breathe in, and when you breathe out, try and twist a bit more. Take a breath in. Can you go any more? Twist a bit more, just tiny bits. And very slowly unravel. Take it to the other side. Hand on your knee, fingers on the ground. Take a little twist in, breathe in, and breathe out, twist a bit more. Breathe in, breathe out, twist a bit more. And just breathe here. Just go as far as it feels comfortable. And slowly unravel. Fingers to the ground, raise your hand up, 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 and over. Feeling the side of your body really stretch. And the other side, up and over. Coming down, try it, see if you can go down onto your forearm this time. If it doesn't work, keep up on your fingers. But remember, your opposite bottom cheek has to stay on the ground. So if it starts lifting up, you've gone too far. Ready? Arm up, 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 and over. Take a turn up to look at your ceiling. Lovely ceiling. And coming to the centre, the other side. Let's see if this one goes as far. Up. Oh, this is a bit stiffer, this one. Over. Look up at your ceiling. Do you see any spiders up there? Nope, all clear. Good job. And coming up. Let's put our hands on our shoulders and roll them. I wonder if I can hear any clicking today. Have you heard any clicking in your shoulders? Mine's alright actually. Oh, there was one. Oh, there was another one. There you go. And the other way round. Rolling, 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 rolling. And one more exercise. Let's just stretch those shoulders. Interlock your fingers. Push them away. Raise them up. But make sure your arms are straight, but not right up by your shoulders. You want by your ears. You want your shoulders not to be hunched. Okay. So the shoulders are down, but your arms are straight. Look up and see how straight they are. They look pretty straight to me. Drop your head down. Look at your legs. Looking good, looking good. Look back up at those hands. Lovely. And look back down at those legs. And look at me. Bring those arms down. Give them a shake. And we're ready. So keeping with our theme of travelling, after going to Africa the last 2 weeks with our Tanzania adventure and our Egyptian adventure, I thought we might head towards Asia and do a Japanese adventure. This is a fascinating country full of tradition, culture and quirkiness. Has anybody been to Japan? Put your hands up if you have. Oh, not so many. Not so many. I have. Long time ago though. Right, we're going to come to stand. So when Japanese people meet, they traditionally bow instead of shaking hands. So let's pop our feet together. Nice straight legs. Make everything squeezed up tight. And the lowest bow shows more respect. So we're going to try to bow to each other when we say our Namaste, because that has a bow in it, doesn't it? So let's put our hands together. Remember, push those fingers in, make the arms all working. And let's see if we can bow low, but we want to keep our back straight. Namaste. Now you're not going to fold all the way down because that doesn't look like a bow, does it? It just looks like you've flopped. So it's nice and straight. Let's see. Do you think I'm keeping my back straight? Ready? Namaste. Do I look straight? I feel straight, but whether I look straight is another matter. Coming back up. Now, today we're going to be learning about Japan and creating some yoga poses based on all the interesting facts and traditions. The original name, well, not the original name, I should say, the Japanese name for Japan is either Nippon or Nihon. It's either both. They use them, both of them, which is a bit strange to have two names, but that's what they do. Nippon or Nihon. And then the Japanese characters that they write in, it translates as the origin of the sun. And this is where it gets its name, Land of the Rising Sun. So if we have Land of the Rising Sun, then we should do a sun salutation, shouldn't we? So I'm going to turn to the front of the mat so you can see my sun salutation. You guys can keep straight on to look at me. Raise your arms up, looking up, hello sun. Folding down to hello earth. Fingers to the ground, step 1 foot back. Okay, look at what leg you're doing and remember next time to do the other one. Drop your knee to the ground and let's just come up in a nice stretch here. Keep your toe tucked under, push down here, raise those arms up. We can have another hello sun. Fingers to the ground or hands to the ground. Let's step back into our plank pose. And let's do a downward dog. Push those feet down to the ground. Now this is our first downward dog for today, so let's bicycle our feet, pushing one down, then the other, stretching out all those muscles in our legs. And maybe we'll do a little wiggle, knee down, knee down, knee down. Just a little wiggle. See what feels right for you. Now push those feet up and then the heels down to the ground. Bottom pushing behind you. Come forward to plank again and lower down. Sphinx pose for our first one, like when we visited Egypt last week. Forearms on the ground, looking up and proud. Take a big breath in here and out. Hands to our chest, toes under, back to downward dog. The same side, lift up the leg, bring it through, feet together, and slowly lift up. Hands down. Raise those hands up, hi sun. Bending forwards, hello earth. Step your other together, we dropped our knee to the ground and we raised our arms up to say hello to the sun here. Coming down, hands to the ground, down into plank, pushing up into downward dog. This time we're just going to take 2 lovely, nice deep breaths here. In through the nose and a big out of your mouth. Breathe in through your nose and out your mouth. Plank pose. I can't remember what we did last time. Oh yeah, we did Sphinx, didn't we? So come down. So we're going to do Cobra this time. So, shoulders down and wiggle, 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 wiggle up. Nice big breath in. Coming down, toes under, downward dog. Lift up your leg, swing it up here. And the other one to join it. Hello Earth. Hello Sun. Great work. Right. Now, come down onto our knees. We have a few facts. Japanese facts. So, I said that we're visiting Asia, so that is our continent. We are in the continent of Asia. The capital city of Japan, does anybody know? I hear some of you. Tokyo, that's right. Now, there's over 127 million people living in Japan. That's a lot. The religion of Japan is Buddhism, and the money is called yen. Japan has 6,800 islands. We're going to be an island coming down into our child's pose, and we're going to do ocean breath. Now, ocean breath is where we breathe in through the nose, and then we go out. Think of it like you're steaming up the window. So when you want your breath to steam the window, you go. So it's a ha sound. And the idea is it sounds like the ocean waves where they're lapping up the shore. So we're going to curl down, and I want you to do 3 of those. Remember, when we're doing our breathing slow and steady, it's not a race. Curling down to become the island, head on the mat. If you prefer your knees wide, you keep your toes together and put your knees wide, or you can keep them there. See what you feel is more comfortable. I prefer them wide actually. So I'm going to put my knees wide, place my head on the mat. Take a big breath in, trying to fill up the back of my body as well. When you've done your 3 breaths, slowly uncurl. Japan has many volcanoes. 3/4 of Japan's land is either forest or mountain, and it's really hard to make farms or industrial areas or housing. The highest point in Japan is Mount Fuji. We're going to do a volcano. Coming up. Okay, so our legs are a bit wide. Squeeze everything in. Squeeze your bottom together and your tummy in, and your legs are all straight and tight. And you can raise up your arms to make a point. Okay, so this officially is volcano. Just a standard standing pose, but that's a little bit boring, isn't it? Let's bring our hands down. Let's start to volcano our body. Now, volcanoes are a bit like when we feel angry We get that bubbling feeling starting down low. Can you bubble your toes? Bubble, bubble, bubble. They're wibbly, wibbly. Then the ankles are joining in and the knees. Uh-oh, the legs are bubbling. I can feel the anger rising in my tummy. The tummy's joining in, the fingers, the arms. You're bubbling, all of that lava. You're bubbling, and then all of a sudden you explode. That is a bit like how anger is, isn't it? Bubbles inside us and explodes. Luckily, this is just for fun. We're not feeling angry, but good thing to do when we're feeling angry, maybe you could try that chillax breath. See if that helps. Or our take 5 breath. Remember this one where we breathe in and out, in and out, in and out. Or you could try our mini meditation and see if that helps that anger get down. But let's have another little fun volcano. Uh-oh, my toes are bubbling. The lava, it's creeping up my legs. It's creeping. My bottom is joining in. Uh-oh, my tummy. Now my fingers, and my hands, and my arms, and my head, and I'm bubbling, and I'm bubbling, and bubbling, and bubbling. Uh-oh, here I go, boom! Volcano. Ancient warriors of Japan were also known as samurai, and they were skilled fighter and swordsmen. Their main weapon was called, I think it's katana, which is a sword with a slight curve in it. So let's come to crescent moon pose to represent that sword with the curve. Feet together, everything engaged, remember, tight, robot legs. Arms up, and let's take a big breath in, and breathe out and bend. Now you want to imagine that you're in between 2 bits of glass. So we don't want to go forwards and we don't want to go backwards. We want to be straight or we're going to break the glass. And coming to the centre and breathe out and go the other way. And coming up to the centre one more time. And back up and that way. Now, of course, if we're a samurai, we should be a warrior. So coming into our warriors. 1 foot forwards, the other one back. So this one is straight and this one is slightly wonky. Twist your hips over your leg. Push this leg back and this leg back. Or this leg forwards, I should say. This hip forwards, this hip back. Bend that front knee. Sweep up your arms. Let me see those muscles. Fingers are straight. Warrior 1. Take a big breath in. And out. And now we're going to turn into a warrior 2. Twisting around. Straightening those arms. I feel like I need to go a bit further on my legs, so I'm going to put my front foot out. That feels better. So this time, these hips are this way round, pointing at you, and the arms are straight out. Hopefully my arms are shoulder height, and they're straight. So I'm not like that or that, straight. Okay, and I want you to say, I am brave. I am strong. I am a warrior. Lovely. Raise up that sword to the sky. Let's see if we can straighten this leg while we do it. How does that feel? Cool. Let's come and swap our feet around. Shall we do it with a nice jump this time? Ready? Okay, make sure that one's straight. This one's wonky. Turn your hips over your leg. Remember, we're pushing this hip back and this hip forward to make us straight. So you can see here I was a bit like that, now I'm like that. Okay, muscles up, fingers pointing, being let's take a breath in and roar our breath out. You're a warrior. Turning to warrior two, so our hips come over to you guys. My shoulders are straight, my hands are straight. Beautiful. Right, we said it last time. I am strong. Tell me. Repeat it. Good job. I am brave. I am a warrior. That's it, lovely. Look towards your fingers and raise this arm up to the sky, your sword in your hand, and straighten that leg. You're looking so good and strong. Can you feel your legs working hard? Japan is a very industrialised nation, really high tech. They are world leaders in robotics. In fact, Japanese engineers have created robots that really look like humans. Let's come to a toe squat. Okay, so wide legs, pointing out with the feet, and we're going to bend down and come onto our toes. Here we go. Oh, did you hear my knees then? Old lady knees. So I'm squatting down on my toes, just the ball of my feet, and my knees are wide out. And I might do a nice little hello here. Okay, so we are going to imagine ourselves as a little robot coming to life. So you can come down even further if it feels comfy and tuck your head in. So you're going to slowly rise up, keeping on those toes, then lower your heels to the ground and slowly roll up, being quite stiff as you do it. You might raise your arms and down. Now, we're going to try to do some robot-y balancing. So you can bring your toes to the centre rather than poking out. And you're going to try not to wobble as you lift up one leg, keeping your foot flat, no pointy toes, because a robot's toes would stay straight. So take the weight on one side of your body as you raise up that leg and put it down as straight and without wobbling as possible. Lift up the other one. Oh, I'm wobbling a bit. And down, one more time. Robot. Beep, beep, beep. And one more time. Great. That's really good balance. Can I see you doing some robot walking? Let's have a look at you. Are you walking really stiffly? If you're an old-fashioned robot, you would be really stiff, wouldn't you? You're doing some good walking, much better than I am. Really well done. Right. Japanese food has become very popular all around the world with dishes like sushi and tempura and sashimi. They like to eat lots of fish. Have you tried sushi? I love sushi. It's one of my very favourite foods. So, if they like to eat a lot of fish, we should become a fish, shouldn't we? Let's do fish pose, laying down. Stretch those legs out. And remember, in our fish pose, we come onto our forearm, So that's the lower part of our arm. We tuck our thumbs under our bottom, that way our arms are keeping really close to our body. We don't put this part of the back on the mat. That stays up in the air because we're on our arms like that. Okay, so you can see big gap here. You push your chest up to the sky, bubble, 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 and you drop your head down. Now, if that doesn't feel comfy, just look straight up at the ceiling. You don't have to put your head back, totally fine. But you do have to push your chest up to the sky. So put your head where it's comfy. Now, some of you might drop all the way back and put your head on the mat, if you like that. Depends how bendy you are. Totally up to you. We're just going to chill here for a second, keep those feet together. You can point your toes. Take a breath in here. If you want to make it a little harder, you can lift up your feet and hold the pose. Holding up the feet makes it a lot tougher. So if it feels too hard, just lower them back down. And you'll see it's a whole different pose. It's quite relaxing here like this. When you hold those legs up in the air, it makes it a lot more challenging. And slowly lift up your head. We're going to come into a bit of a twist now for our twisted squid. So, pop your arms out. You put your hands, the palms of your hands up to the ceiling. You can put your legs up here, or you can keep them here. What feels better? Up to you. This is a twist here, keep your feet on the mat and do this one. So this is like just a gentle one. You're always making sure that you keep your opposite shoulder on the mat to the legs twisting. So nothing raises off the ground. This one is a little bit more of a twist and your legs might not go all the way down. Remember, this shoulder has to keep on the ground because these legs are this side. When you bring your legs up, squeeze all your tummy in to keep them, to bring them up. And then let them drop the other side. You're a twisted squid today. Squid is like an octopus. Bring it back to the centre. You can go one more time. Twists are really good for all of your tummy muscles, all your internal organs. And that helps keep you healthy on the inside as well as the outside. Bring your legs up together, hold on to your knees and see if you can rock up and balance on your bottom. Japan is home to many martial arts, karate, judo, sumo and jiu-jitsu to name a few. So we're going to do some karate kicks with a squat. Now I haven't practiced these, so let's see if we can do this together. I'm not a karate person, you're probably much better than me. So, okay, we're going to squat, kick. How does that feel? Squat, kick, squat, kick. Hiya. Now, there's a word that they say, I'm just checking it, it's called kai-a. So the kai means energy and the a means to unite. So you can say kai-ya, kai-ya. Ready? Let's do 2 more each side. So that's 4 in total. Ready? Kai-ya, 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 kai-ya. Very good. Okay, now the Olympic Games should have been in Tokyo this year, or Japan. I think it was all over Japan. But unfortunately, with circumstances as they are, they've put it off till next year. But they would have had the Olympic Games. So, let's do some Olympic sporty moves for our yoga. They would have had lots of running races. So, let's do a runner's lunge. Starting at the front of the mat to get in the right position, we're going to bend down, fingers to the ground, and step one foot back. So your heels pushing out, legs nice and straight, over this knee, the knee in ankle in line. We're not like this, we're up here, ready to go. Fingers just lightly on the ground and head up. Ready, 3, 2, 1, boom! Feet together and step your other foot back. Push that heel away, making that leg all engaged, making sure you're straight here, looking at the race, heading down the track. 3, 2, 1, boom! Very good. This time we're going to step back and we're going to drop the knee to the ground and then we're going to pull back here so you get the stretch on the back of the leg. Can you feel it? Can you hold your toe? And bring your head down towards your feet. You can keep your fingers at the mat or you can hold your foot. But bring your head down. Try not to do that because that's going to hurt. You try and come down straight. Roll back forwards. Tuck your toe back under. Step your feet back. And the other side. Nice and long to start with. Drop your knee and pull back. Take a breath in and slowly lower your top half of your body down towards the leg, increasing the stretch on the back of the leg. Roll your foot back down, back into the lunge and step your feet together. And slowly roll up bone by bone by bone by bone by bone. That's it. There's always gymnastics at the Olympics, so let's do dancer pose to represent that. Coming to squash your toes down, because we're going to do that. Putting all the weight on one foot, so we need to have the standing foot steady. We're going to take the weight off of this one, raise it up and hold on to the foot, knees close to start with. Okay, then we're going to tip our upper body forwards and that will make the leg come out at the back behind us. We raise up the arm and we look towards the hand if that feels comfortable. If it doesn't, just look out, okay? It is quite hard for me to do it when I'm talking and trying to look at the camera as well, so bear with me. Right, let's start again. Raise my knee, tipping, arm up, trying to make sure my hips stay level so I'm not pulling out. Now if this is too much for you, just stay here. You will still get a nice stretch in the hip flexor and in your thigh as well. Ooh, I've gone wobbly because I went up and down. Okay, squeeze everything in and keeping nice and steady. Okay, let's lower down and swap sides. So that was my bad foot side, as you can see, quite tricky to do. Okay, making sure I'm stable and strong in the leg, holding onto the foot, squeezing all the muscles in my tummy to make everything tight, pulling my foot away while I tip forwards and raising my arm up. Take a breath in. Ooh, wobbly again. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. And slowly lower down. Okay. The national symbol of Japan is the crane. A crane is a very long-legged bird with long neck as well. It's the symbol of long life. They make a lot of origami, paper folding, and they create sculptures with the paper. And the crane is really popular sculpture that they like to make because it's been a symbol of peace since the Second World War, and they hang them on trees as little decorations to symbolise peace. So we're going to do, there isn't officially a crane pose, we're going to do heron, which is a very similar looking bird, very long-legged and long-winged. So coming onto your bottom, starting with your feet together and your knees out wide, we're going to take our first two fingers, and hook them around your big toe. Now if that isn't comfy, or your fingers don't fit, anything like that, you can do one finger, or you could just hold the side of your feet with your hands. Whatever is comfortable for you to make it work for you. Okay, so we are going to stretch out one of our wings. Oh, that's easy. Lovely. Stretch out the other wing. Easy peasy. Okay, coming onto our bottom, lift your feet off of the ground and see if we can stretch out both, making sure that we are safe behind us, that we are not going to tip backwards. I'm going to shuffle forwards, come a little bit close to the wall. Okay, sit up nice and strong and lift your wings up. Okay, your shoulders away from your ears. Try to make those legs straight if you can. You're sitting up tall and strong. Take a big breath in and out, coming down. We're going to do it again. The reason we're going to do it again is because when we do the pose a second time, because you know what to expect, often your body feels more ready for it, and you can hold it a bit better and it feels better. So let's balance on our bottom and it doesn't feel so hard. Stretch out. So you're pushing those heels away from you and those toes towards you. That way you are pulling down on your arms, and you can make your shoulders away from your ears. Your back is straight and you are just chilling out here and coming down. Japanese people love plants and flowers. They love these little tiny trees that are called bonsai trees. They prune and they shape them, and they keep them really tiny, small. They're very beautiful. So we're going to do our tree pose. Coming up to standing. Remember, we make this foot strong, squeeze those toes in and heels down. Start position, heel on top. And if this is where is right for you, perfect, stay here, work at pushing that knee out, hands here, that's fine. You go with what your body is telling you is okay. But if your body is saying this is too easy, I can't feel anything, let's try onto the ankle. Now, you might think this is fine, and you can stay here, totally fine. I'd rather you stay here and not fall over than try and get your leg up higher, or your foot up higher, and fall over, because I don't want you to fall. I want you to be strong. Okay, so if you think this is no good, or too easy, I should say, we're going to lift it up and over the knee, because we can never put the foot against the knee, because we will hurt our knees and damage them. So we need to put the foot up onto the inner thigh. The toes are pointing down and the knee is coming out to the side, and we can put our hands together. Remember to push those palms into each other to make your arms all engaged. You can keep your hands here, you can place your hands on your head, or you can open up your palms if you would like branches. Totally up to you how you want your tree today. Take a nice big breath in and out. Ooh, it's windy. And coming down, luckily. Swap sides. So some of my old yogis will know, remember where you went on this side, go there, low, here or high. That this is my bad foot. So you might notice my ankle wobbles quite a lot on this one. I had an injury, for those who don't know, a couple of years ago, and I couldn't walk on this foot or leg for 4 months. So this ankle and foot is weaker. So it's a little bit trickier for me on this side. I'm doing all right. And if you've got a side that is weaker than the other one, because we all do actually, because if you're right-handed, your right side will be stronger, and if you're left-handed, your left side will be stronger. So you should always spend a little bit longer on the side that's wobbling more to help make it stronger. Okay, let's lower down with control this time. Let's bring those hands back down and then lower the foot. Beautiful. Now, Japanese people, come down to sit, love plants and flowers. We said, in particular, in spring, every 2 weeks in spring, the Japanese blossom comes out. Now, this is an amazing sight, and it brings tourists from all over the world to look at them. They do this special custom, which is called, I think it's hanami, which means flower viewing. And they bring their picnic blankets, and all the family come down and they set up under the trees of the beautiful blossom, enjoying the start of spring. It's very pretty to see all those little white and pink flowers. So we're going to do flower pose, coming onto our bottom, starting in butterfly, feet together, legs out wide, flutter, flutter, flutter your butterfly. But what we're going to do is we're going to lift up the leg and we're going to place it on the inside of the elbow, like that. And then we're going to do the same with the other one and put the feet together. And then with the hands, you're going to put the first finger on top of the thumb. Actually, no, we're going to put the thumb on top of the first finger now. Okay, making our yoga circles. And we chill out here. And while we're hanging out here, not falling over, keeping steady and strong, we are thinking about those beautiful flowers. What's your favourite flower? Oh, mine has to be the bluebell. I really like, it's very pretty flower. And we are so lucky to be able to walk around the woods. Unfortunately, they've just finished, but I loved walking around the woods recently, smelling and looking at the beautiful bluebells. They really smell gorgeous. I do like a daffodil as well. I do like tulips. In fact, there's not many flowers I don't like because they're just generally beautiful, aren't they? So whatever flower you are, take a big breath in, smelling your beautiful flower and breathing out. And let's lower those legs down. Okay, Japanese Kobe beef. It's famous worldwide for its succulence and taste. The Japanese massage their cows every day. And in summer, they give them a diet of sake, which is rice wine, and beer mash. Apparently, it makes them happier cows, and if they're happier, then they're tastier. So sorry any vegetarians, but we're going to do cow pose for our Kobe beef cows. Coming onto your hands and your knees. Hands under elbows, knees under hips. You push your tail out, making your tummy dip down, and you lift your head up. Moo. You're a cow. Oh, we're getting a cow massage. Oh, can you wiggle your cow bum? Oh, you're getting a massage. Very nice. Now, luckily in Japan, cats are seen as good luck, which is lucky for us because cat and cow are poses that go together, aren't they? So you've got your cow pose. To turn yourself into the cat, you're going to dip your tail down and your head down and push your back up to the ceiling. And you can say, meow. Lift your head up, turning into the cow. Moo. Meow. Moo. Meow. Moo. One more time. Moo. And push your bottom back. Hello Kitty was born in Japan in 1974, so a very long time ago, and it started out with just one little coin purse. Now there are more than 20,000 Hello Kitty products, including toasters, noodles, even toilet paper. In Japan, she's actually called Kitty-chan. We're now going to finish our Japanese class with a banzai chant. Banzai is a Japanese word meaning long live the king. Soldiers of Japan prayed for the emperor and for the long life of Japan. Nowadays it's used more for parties. So it's a bit like hip hip hooray. And this is a good way to end our Japanese visit, isn't it? Right. Feet. Now, you can either have them with a small gap between or together. Officially, together is better because it keeps your knees together. But if you feel that that's not right for you, have a gap. The only thing is, when you bend down, you have to make sure that your knees have the same gap that your toes do. So don't put them out and don't put them in. Okay? That's why having your feet together is actually better because it keeps your knees in the right place. We're going to sit down in our chair. Oh, I need a nice comfy sit. Lovely. We're going to raise our arms up in a second, and when we do, we're going to breathe in and then we're going to shoot them down and say as we breathe out the word banzai. Okay? Ready? 3 times. Breathing in and out. Banzai. In. Banzai. Banzai. And bow forwards. Slowly raising up. I hope you enjoyed visiting Japan. It's now time to lay down and take a rest. We're ready to relax, so come to lay down. Grab your blanket and whatever you want to use as your eye pillow. If you want to, or lay down without, is up to you. Stretching your feet out and rolling down. Settle your body onto your mat and let your feet flop to the sides and your arms out. Let's get ourselves ready for some relaxation. I want you to raise your arms slightly, just a couple of inches off the floor, and squeeze those fingers into your hands. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then make circles with your fists, rolling around in one direction and then the other. And then let those arms flop down onto the ground. Let the fingers open, palms to the sky, and just forget all about those arms. Raise up one leg, just an inch off the ground or so. Push the heel away from your leg, toes towards you, heel away, and squeeze those toes together, making everything really stiff in that side of the leg. Squeeze, 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 scrunching those toes, squeezing those muscles, tight, 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 and flop. Let it all go, let the foot flop to the side, just forget all about that leg. The other one, lift it up slightly, push your heel away and your toes towards you and scrunch those toes, squeezing, 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 feeling tight, 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 and flop. Give them a wiggle, just forget all about those legs. Stretch your mouth out really wide. Big mouth. Puff up your cheeks. Make a kissy fish with your lips by squeezing your cheeks in. Scrunch your face up like a prune. Scrunch it really small. A prune or a raisin, all winkly. And then relax your face. Let your jaw go loose, this bit. Close your eyes and let your whole body feel heavy on your mat, sinking down, down into your yoga mat or into your carpet or your floor. Cherry blossom represents the fragility and beauty of life. They're symbols of spring, a time for renewal and the fleeting nature of life. They are a reminder that whilst life might be short, with the blossoming of the cherry blossoms, it is overwhelmingly beautiful. In your mind now, I want you to imagine a very big hill in Japan, and on the top is a majestic cherry blossom tree, full of pink and white flowers. You set down your picnic blanket and you lie down beneath it. The warm sunshine is shining down on your body. You lie so still and just gaze up at the beautiful tree, admiring all of its beauty and noticing all of the pretty colours. Dark pink, light pink and white. Feel the cool air blowing over you. Maybe you can hear the wind softly blowing through the branches of the tree. As you gaze up, you notice all the cherry blossoms starting to fall like confetti all over your body. You feel the soft petal land ever so gently on your skin. You stay so still, enjoying this feeling. Notice how the air smells of the sweet scent of the blossom tree. Take a breath in through the nose and slowly exhale out through your mouth. Take a minute to appreciate the beauty of this tree and notice how calm and peaceful you now feel lying here at one with nature. With every breath in, imagine filling your whole body up with peace and calm. With every breath out, any worries or sign of tension just floats away. Say quietly to yourself in your mind, I am calm and relaxed. I am calm and relaxed. Slowly let the image of the tree drift away, knowing that you can come back to it any time you need to feel calm and relaxed. Notice your body against the ground, feeling heavy. Notice your breath, breathing in and out. As you slowly wiggle your toes and your fingers, stretch your arms up and over your head. Bring your knees up to your tummy. Make little circles with your knees going in one direction and the other. Waking up your spine, gently massaging it. Slowly come to one side and push yourself up, trying to keep those peaceful, calm feelings with you. I hope you enjoyed our trip to Japan. I wonder where in the world we'll go next. Hands come together. Hands to our head to think good things. Hands to our mouth to say good things. And hands to our heart to do good things. Namaste. Bye. See you again soon.